went to a 4-wheel drive, and it was, you know, it was fantastic in terms of space and all the rest of it. But I said, even now, I said, I just don't think I could ever drive a sedan again. I just like that extra space that a hatch or a wagon gives you.
Yep.
I think I'd be quite happy just to stick to Mitsubishis. I really can't fault it.
Yeah, the lenses apparently had some problems with the wiring. The wiring was too light for the headlights. If you change the headlight globes to the slightly stronger ones, they could catch fire.
Yep.
But when you're looking at LED lights now, there's no draw on that sort of wiring.
I was forever going through headlights and tail lights in the Kia. I'd go through them every 6 months. I'd be getting 1 or 2 or all of them replaced, and they said, you know, it's that earth thing or whatever. And the Kia really didn't have, the Kia was a pretty good car. Mind you, it didn't have a really tough life. But it was like, it was a pretty good car. Did almost 160,000 Ks, you know, without any real problems. Like that one in Brisbane was the first. I had the locks that went, and I had to get all that replaced. That was probably, it was probably only 5 years old when that happened. It was just out of warranty. And apart from that, well, there was the cement, but that wasn't a fault in the car. That was just an accident. Yeah, apart from that, they were really the only things that ever went wrong with it. So I'm going to have to enrol Ben in high school next year, like the beginning of next year, and I just wonder what will happen in terms of, so the only reason Chris is obliged to pay the school fees is because he signed their enrolment forms, and I'm just wondering whether he'll balk at signing Ben's so he doesn't have to pay his fees. I think maybe he wouldn't, because that'll cut him out. He probably knows that if he doesn't sign, well, then I'll give him nothing. Like I won't give him copies of reports. I'll tell school no one else is to have the information. You know, if he's not going to do the right thing, well, then I'm not going to give him anything. But then I wonder if that's fair to Ben. Probably not. Anyway, I'll worry about that next year, I suppose. If I've got to pay his fees, I've got to pay his fees, I suppose. So much I can do about it. Because I know the next time Ben needs braces, he won't be paying for it. Worry about them when the time comes. I'm lucky that this booper, every year you're with them, your benefits increase. Not forever, but I think for 3 or 5 years. So initially the orthodontist, you get, I think, like $1,100. Then I think it goes up to $1,500 or $1,600.